real strength is built in silence. Stoicism teaches that when a man steps away from the chaos, he doesn't disappear. He sharpens himself. Staying home isn't weakness. It's strategic withdrawal. It's where clarity returns, discipline is forged, and identity becomes unshakable. And once you understand why the greatest transformation begins in solitude, the first lesson will change how you see silence forever. Number 1. Escape the noise. Reconnect with yourself. Modern life is loud by design. Notifications, opinions, expectations, and endless comparisons pull your attention in 1,000 directions every day. When you are constantly outside, constantly reacting, you slowly lose access to your own inner voice. Staying home intentionally breaks that cycle. It is not isolation, it is reclamation. Stoicism teaches that clarity begins when noise ends. Marcus Aurelius wrote that nowhere is more peaceful than the inner citadel of your own mind. But you cannot hear that calm voice if the world is always shouting at you. When you step away from the chaos, something uncomfortable happens at first. Silence. And in that silence, you finally meet yourself without filters, without performance, without distraction. Your thoughts become sharper, your emotions settle. Decisions that once felt confusing suddenly feel obvious. You stop absorbing other people's fears, ambitions, and insecurities, and you begin acting from your own values instead. This is where self-mastery starts, not by adding more input, but by removing what never mattered. And once you reconnect with yourself in this quiet space, a deeper transformation begins. Because silence doesn't just reveal who you are. It prepares you to build the discipline most people never develop, which brings us directly to the next lesson. Number 2. Build the discipline. Most people lack. Most people are addicted to stimulation. They need noise, movement, social approval, and constant entertainment just to feel normal. Silence makes them uncomfortable. Stillness makes them anxious. That discomfort is exactly why discipline is so rare and so powerful. When you choose to stay home instead of chasing distractions, you begin training a muscle most people never develop: self-discipline. No one is watching. No one is applauding. There is no external pressure forcing you to act. You do the work simply because you decided to. That is real strength. Stoic philosophy reminds us that freedom comes from self-control, not indulgence. By limiting unnecessary stimulation, you learn how to focus deeply, think clearly, and act deliberately. You stop reacting impulsively to boredom or emotion. You learn to delay gratification. You become comfortable doing hard things in quiet rooms, without praise. This kind of discipline changes how you carry yourself. Your mind becomes steady. Your habits become intentional. While others burn energy scrolling, gossiping, and escaping discomfort, you are quietly sharpening your edge. Seneca warned that a man who is everywhere is nowhere. Staying home teaches you to be fully present, grounded, and in control. And once discipline takes root, something even more revealing happens. You begin to see people differently. Distance exposes truth, and that awareness leads directly to the next chapter. Number 3. Recognizing who is draining your energy. When you slow down and spend more time alone, clarity begins to rise. Away from constant conversations, messages, and social obligations, your mind finally has space to observe patterns you once ignored. This is when you start to recognize who is quietly draining your energy. Some people don't harm you loudly. They do it subtly. They bring constant negativity, quiet jealousy, endless complaints, or emotional chaos. They only reach out when they need something. When you're around them, you feel tired, unfocused, or heavy, and you never understood why. Distance reveals the truth. Stoicism teaches that not everyone deserves access to your time or attention. Energy is a finite resource. When you give it to the wrong people, you pay the price with your peace. Staying home creates emotional distance, and that distance exposes who respects your growth and who resents it. You begin to see who supports your discipline and who tries to pull you back into distraction, who celebrates your silence and who feels threatened by it. This awareness is not about judging others. It's about protecting yourself. Once you identify what drains you, a deeper shift begins. You stop depending on others for validation or emotional stability. And that leads directly into the next chapter, the power of emotional independence. Number 4, building emotional independence. Emotional independence begins the moment you stop needing the world to feel okay inside. When you spend time alone, especially at home, you learn a powerful truth. Peace does not come from people, approval, or constant stimulation. It comes from self-mastery. Most people outsource their emotions. They need messages to feel valued, attention to feel important, and noise to avoid facing themselves. But Stoicism teaches the opposite. True strength is the ability to remain calm, grounded, and confident, even in silence. At home, you start regulating your emotions instead of reacting to them. You learn to sit with discomfort without escaping it. You discover that boredom, loneliness, and uncertainty are not enemies. They are training grounds. This is how emotional resilience is built. Epictetus reminded us that freedom begins when we stop depending on what we cannot control, especially other people. As emotional independence grows, so does quiet confidence. You stop chasing validation. You stop explaining yourself. You become steady. And once you no longer need others to feel complete, you unlock the next level of growth, using your time and focus to sharpen your skills, which leads directly into the next chapter. Number 5, developing skills in silence. Silence is where real progress is made. When you remove distractions, your home becomes more than a place to rest. It becomes a training ground. While others are busy consuming, scrolling, and seeking attention, you are quietly building something valuable. Stoic thinkers understood this deeply. Growth does not need an audience. Mastery is forged in long, uninterrupted hours of focus. Reading, learning, practicing, creating. Skill is built when no one is watching. At home, your mind enters deep work. You sharpen your thinking. You refine your craft. You improve yourself without noise, pressure, or comparison. This is how competence is developed, and competence creates confidence that cannot be faked. Every hour spent in focused solitude compounds. Over time, you become sharper, calmer, and more capable than those who never slow down long enough to grow. But skill alone is not enough. To truly rise, you must learn how to protect your energy and direct it only toward what truly matters. This is where the next chapter begins. Number 6, saving your energy for what truly matters. Your energy is limited, and every day the world tries to steal it from you. Noise, drama, pointless conversations, endless social obligations. Most of it adds nothing to your life. When you choose to stay home with intention, you stop leaking energy into places that don't deserve it. The Stoics believed that strength comes from focus. By reducing unnecessary interactions, you protect your mental clarity. You learn to say no without guilt. You stop reacting to everything. Instead of being pulled in every direction, your energy becomes calm, contained, and powerful. At home, you decide where your attention goes. You invest it in your health, your purpose, your skills, and your peace of mind. This creates momentum. You feel less drained and more in control. Your mind is sharper because it isn't constantly overstimulated. Over time, this discipline changes you. You become selective. You stop chasing what doesn't matter. You start living with intention rather than impulse. And once your energy is protected, something important happens. You become comfortable standing alone, grounded in your own presence. That is the mark of real strength, and it leads directly into the next chapter. Number 7. Becoming strong through solitude. Solitude is not a weakness. It is a test. Most people avoid being alone because silence forces them to face themselves. But for a Stoic mind, solitude is where strength is forged. When you stay home and spend time alone, you are no longer distracted by opinions, expectations, or approval from others. You begin to hear your own thoughts clearly. In solitude, your mind grows sharper. You reflect instead of reacting. You observe your emotions instead of being controlled by them. This is where self-mastery begins. Marcus Aurelius wrote that a man should retreat into himself, because within lies a place of calm and order. Solitude gives you that inner refuge. As you become comfortable with your own presence, something powerful changes. You stop chasing attention. You stop needing validation. Your confidence becomes quiet, but unshakable. You know who you are, even when no one is watching. This is why strong men embrace being alone. They use it to refine their character, strengthen their purpose, and build emotional resilience. And once you carry this strength within you, you are ready to return to the world on your own terms. Now, let's bring everything together in the final message. Staying home is not about hiding from life. It's about preparing for it. When you choose silence over noise, discipline over distraction, and solitude over chaos, you rebuild yourself from the inside out. This is how strong men are made. Quietly, deliberately, without applause. Remember, the world cannot control a man who has mastered his own mind. When your inner world is calm, nothing outside can shake you. Carry this strength with you and return to the world wiser, sharper, and unbreakable. If this message resonated with you, stay connected, reflect on it, apply it, and walk forward with the calm confidence of a Stoic who knows his own power.